up a chair, 'cause you're my friend. It's time for Thrift Store 10. It's time for Thrift Store 10. Maybe some used movies. It's time for Thrift Store 10. Maybe a mattress. It's time for Thrift Store 10. Used underwear. It's time for Thrift Store 10. Thrift Store 10. Guys, what is going on? Welcome to Cereal at Midnight. My name is Heath. This is the official YouTube channel of cerealatmidnight.com. And I'm glad you're here because this is the 10th installment of the illustrious, award-winning, Emmy-nominated, Golden Globe, laurelated, none of those things are true. This is the 10th thrift store video. Between 9 and 10, it was getting lean, man, and it's still lean. This is not prime season for thrift store stuff, but diligence pays off, and after 3 weeks of bupkis, my ship came in, and I got on the ship and bought used stuff. So we're going to cut to the footage that I shot inside the store. I didn't do any establishing shot outside. This is the Salvation Army, the rich person's Salvation Army, with the $100 sofas. But it's always great for media because media seems to be the thing that nobody wants that stuff right now. So thrift stores are just like, here, you take it. So we'll cut to the footage that I shot inside the thrift store. Tons of cool stuff there. And then we'll come back here to show off the goods. I'm going to show off my goods when we come back. On that lovely note, let's take a look at these Blu-rays right here. They got some decent stuff here. They got some A-list titles. 47 Ronin with Keanu Reeves. That's kind of a boring movie, if I'm being perfectly honest. Midnight in Paris. For $2 a Blu-ray, you really can't beat that, though. Universal Soldier is a fantastic movie. Love to have that on Blu-ray. Van Damme and Dolph Lundgren. Fantastic. This caught my eye. The Seniors with Dennis Quaid and Priscilla Barnes from Three's Company. Never seen it. Honestly, never heard of it. But that 99-cent markdown sticker is not this thrift store, so it would have been $2, and I just wasn't willing to pay $2 for what was already a budget release. And here is a copy of Star Trek on Blu-ray, the 2009, was it? The JJ movie, J.J. Abrams. Got Norah Jones live, if anybody's interested in something like that. Fun fact, my daughter went to go see Norah Jones like a year ago, maybe. I think she was 11 at the time, and we're like, how did you like the Norah Jones concert? Because she went with a friend, and she was basically just like, this is alright. Which might sum up Norah Jones, I don't know. If anybody wants a sealed copy of Cabaret, they have that. And over here, do you see it? Back to the Future. I don't know what has happened to Marty McFly's face here, but it's always nice to see Back to the Future out in the wild. And here, obviously, this caught my eye. I have a big Godzilla collection. I have most of the movies, and I couldn't remember if I had this one or not. But it turns out that I do. I have it as part of a box set, so I left that for somebody else. And I also have this Halloween. This is the Anchor Bay release of Halloween. I also have the box set, the big 15-disc box set that just came out a couple of years ago and is now out of print. But that thing was still sealed. Did you guys see that? And here's a CKY Trilogy Round 1. This is kind of the precursor to Jackass. I mean, not the same people necessarily, but the idea, kind of the same thing. Anybody know anything about Daybreak? I don't know anything about this show. I don't even think it sounds familiar. Might have just passed me by completely. I don't know. But that's the whole series. And they have the first Karate Kid on DVD, the special edition DVD. But that's kind of common, I suppose. And here they have the first season of Supernatural. If anybody would be interested in that, I don't know. That seems like a good deal for $4. Smallville, Criminal Minds, like somebody just turned in their whole TV series collection. Lots of Criminal Minds, lots of Smallville. And wait for it, because there's something awesome coming up. You guys see it? The Karate Kid collection. All 4 of the Karate Kid movies. Because there are no other Karate Kid movies. They definitely didn't remake it. That did not happen. Still sealed, $4. And then, have I mentioned that, like, if I show something in a video, Like, I usually don't buy, like, if I show it in this portion of the video, you can pretty much be assured that I did not buy it, because I like to surprise you guys, and I like to show you things like, and I got this, and surprise you. So if you see it in this portion, it means I probably didn't buy it. This book was very cool, but the binding was gone. I mean, it was like about to just split open, and like the pages shoot out like playing cards or something. Like, it was a very cool book. I looked it up on Amazon to see what the secondhand prices for it are, and it's not valuable, but it's cool. This book looks cool as well. I almost thought about picking this book up, but again, you know, I'm showing it in this portion of the video, so I did not. Alright guys, we are back in the movie dungeon. This is the bag o' goodies. Should I do a thumbnail really quick? I don't know, I could be like mad at it, dubious about it, surprised by it. Whoa. Maybe I'll use those, maybe I won't. We'll just see. So I didn't buy a lot of stuff. I used some restraint, and I left a lot of things because I either had it or I didn't think that it was special enough to pick up, because you can find, like, there might have been some things that were there for a couple of bucks, but looking on eBay, you can pick them up, not eBay, Amazon. You can pick it up for, like, you know, $5. Like, some of the stuff was new for $5. So I was like, well, that's not really that good of a deal. That being said, I did pick up a few things. I will start with some of the DVDs first. I picked up Fun with Dick and Jane. This is a cool 1976. Boy, I was way off. Is that right? 1976? Anyway, this is like discovering things in real time. This is George Segal, who is on the Goldbergs. You know, hey, take a drink. I've talked about the Goldbergs on Serial at Midnight. And Jane Fonda. And it's... they made a remake of this, didn't they? Didn't they do a remake of this with Jim Carrey? And was it Jennifer Aniston? I'm not sure. I don't remember who all was in that, because I watched it once and I was like, well, it's okay. But this is a classic. They've remade everything that was ever classic at this point. So there'll be a remake of The Godfather probably coming soon. Be The Godfather Vengeance Never Sleeps. But anyway, Fun with Dick and Jane. This is it has yet to make its way to Blu-ray. It's not super expensive, brand new on Amazon, but $2. I like movies like, you guys know, I like 60s and 70s stuff and 50s stuff, as is the case with this. This is the rock and roll double feature. Both movies feature Bill Haley and his Comets. This is Don't Knock the Rock from 1956 and Rock Around the Clock, also from 1956. And these are both arguably among the first rock and roll movies ever made. They were made to kind of capture the zeitgeist that was happening at the time. So Rock Around the Clock has Bill Haley and his Comets, obviously. And Don't Knock the Rock also features Alan Dale, Alan Freed, and Little Richard. Both movies, I'm very interested in the history of music, the history of rock and roll, all that sort of thing. I'm very retro-minded. I don't know if you guys know this, but the tagline for Serial at Midnight is pop culture and analog. I don't promote that in the videos. I should start adding that at some point. But if you go to the serialatmidnight.com, that's the banner. It comes across Serial at Midnight, pop culture and analog. That's the tagline, because this channel was always intended to be retro themed, because I celebrate retro things. So this sort of thing is right up my alley. This is a double feature, two DVDs, $2, so $1 per movie. I haven't checked the status to see if this is in print or not. But then here comes the awesome stuff, you guys. Someone had asked me at some point if I was, I don't remember, I'm sorry, one of you guys asked me if I was into Supernatural. And I said yes. I watched the first 5 seasons, which was written, it was, created by the guy, and the guy had a 5-season vision for the show, and after 5 seasons the creator of the show left, and the show kept trucking on, and so I watched season 6. I have all 5 seasons, the first 5 seasons on DVD and Blu-ray, and then season 6 I tried to watch on, I don't know, maybe even on Netflix at some point, but I didn't. It felt like the life had gone out of the show. And so I just stopped with season 6. And they were like, someone had asked me, do you like it? And I told them that. And they said, well, it got better. They did rediscover their way with season 7 and onward. And so at the thrift store, you guys saw in the video Supernatural season 1 on DVD. Well, I picked up season 7 on Blu-ray, season 8 on Blu-ray, That's season 9. And this is season 8. Season 7, 8, and 9 on Blu-ray. So someone just had so little value for these that they just gave them away. They gave away their Supernatural Blu-rays. I've checked them all. They are very clean. There's some fingerprints. I'll have to do some light wiping on those. But otherwise, they look pretty good. So 3 seasons of Supernatural. Now, these are $4 a piece because they are TV show series. Season sets. They charge $4, regardless of if they're DVD or Blu-ray. In the mind of the Salvation Army, it doesn't matter. It's all the same. So $12 for 3 seasons of Supernatural. Yes, please. And then we're actually winding down here. I didn't pick up a ton, like I said, but I got this Dean Martin CD. It is Italian love songs, and it's from Capitol Records, so it's an official release. And you know, I've been digging the Dean Martin lately, so this is cool. I have Dean Martin's Christmas album, and that's all the Dean Martin that I have. So this will flesh out the collection. It's got That's Amore on it, and it's got Volare, which are really like the 2 Dean Martin songs that I know that aren't Christmas songs. So that is super cool. I'm excited to have that. And then the last thing in this haul is it's a coffee cup, and it's still in its protective paper wrapping here. Hopefully this is white, so hopefully it will show up. But it's a Star Trek mug. Does that show up? It says keep calm and boldly go, and it's got the Enterprise on it. I hope that shows up. Dare I hold it up? Yeah. Oh, it looks okay. So this was $1. This was actually 99 cents. That was it. I spent, I think I spent $18 even because there's no tax. And that was really, it was exciting because you saw the stuff that was there. So here's where I have a question for you. You guys have frequently asked me in the comments of the videos on serialatmidnight.com if I would start a store for things like thrift store media that, might not be super common or widely available. So my question to you is, was there anything in this video, any of that stuff that if I had picked up, you would have definitely bought at a fair price? Supernatural Season 1, the Karate Kid box set, things like that. Would you, like the Karate Kid box set, I probably could have sold for like $6 or, I don't know. I don't know what that thing's retailing for because I have to make, if I were to do that, I would have to make a little bit of a profit. Is it worth my time for me to pick this stuff up and try to sell it at a little bit of a profit, or would you rather just go find this stuff yourselves? That's the real question, because we're at a crossroads here. There's enough people who want this stuff and who've asked for a store. Was there anything in this video that you would have picked up if I'd sold it, at a 20-30% profit for me? That's the question. So let me know what you think in the comments below or at Serial at Midnight. There is now a forum on Serial at Midnight. By request, I've added a forum to serialatmidnight.com. You can express your opinion there or in the comments of this video. That's all I have for you today, guys. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for your time, and I will catch you later.